Stockholm.
Yeah. Don't forget me.
Don't forget, ever. Thank you. Hey, you're famous.
Yeah, I'm famous now. Are you?
Were you in the military?
We're talking about, I was like, okay, I have to get this for the vlog. We're talking about how do you feel safe when you go into a new environment to approach? And I made the comment that I feel like half of getting better with women is just giving yourself permission to approach and feeling safe in your environment enough to walk up and say hi to a girl. And then you were giving a little bit of advice.
I was saying that you have to give yourself undeniable proof that you're actually safe.
Yeah.
And when you walk into an environment, you've got a few minutes before that environment gets on top of you, or you get on top of it. And we've all felt it, you know, when it's like your party or your friend's party and you know everybody and you feel comfortable, you could say anything, you can project your voice, you have access to that charisma, versus you walk into a place where you don't know anybody and you're like, oh, and suddenly it's like it's hard to speak.
Yeah.
It's hard to like even get words out.
And it's like, let alone approach a girl. Like you can barely talk and now you're like, how do I say hi to this girl, this hot girl?
And so you're thinking about like, guys are stuck on thinking like, what do I say? But it's like, no, how do I feel safe? And then the words will come. Nobody ever has a problem like thinking of what to say when you're with your best friends.
Yeah.
Because you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Right? And so the way that I can normally tackle that is when I walk into a new place I don't know anybody, I just start complimenting people genuinely. I do little conversations and I just make other people feel good. And I'll just make as many other people feel genuinely good and appreciated there. And then I will feel safe in that environment. I'll obviously, like, I'll do this a lot where I'll find like the tallest guy who looks the scariest. And I'll go dap him up and be like, what's good, bro? Like, how you doing? You know what I mean? And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, if anything goes south, like this guy's on my side. And then, but it really is like as simple as making your actual brain and your body feel safe, and then you'll open up naturally, and you'll feel better, and you'll be able to talk, and you'll be able to.
I saw a video about this too, and it was relating to a job interview. He's like, sometimes you're nervous in a job interview, and he's the same thing. You have to be comfortable in that new environment. Do anything you can to be comfortable. He's like, show up where the job interview is and just walk around. Go the day before and just walk around and sit and relax, and then and then go back, and then like maybe go to your favorite coffee shop, get your favorite cup of coffee, talk to the barista. You know what I mean? And just get that. Get that familiar, and then and just show up. You got to be familiar with the environment.
And the meta level of that is it starts with trying to find comfort in new environments, because if you've been in one place your whole life, like I've spent so many years in my room, so much of my self-development was in the four walls of my room, reading books, thinking about things before I even stepped outside into the world, right? But when you start to get situational confidence and comfort, what you're building is actually a comfort within yourself that you take everywhere you go. And then you don't need to go into this new place and find a reason to be comfortable.
Your time alone is building a bit of confidence when you just...
Your space with yourself, like the comfort is not you're not seeking comfort from the environment, you're seeking comfort within yourself. And then anywhere you go, there you are, right?
Yeah. Wow.
There's comfort
powerful.
everywhere.
That's powerful. That made me, that low-key made me self-analyze a bit. I was like, okay, whoa, wait a minute. I gotta start like making my room, making my bed, like you know, having the book right. It's just like little things, and I think this is it's powerful. That's powerful, very powerful.
Thank you.
One of the books I was reading, it was saying when you're nervous in a situation, it's because you're out of body. Like you're putting too much of yourself in the environment and not in you. She's like the book says, calm down, take a deep breath, and she's like, wiggle your toes. Because I forgot why she said wiggle your toes, but that's the place where less of the blood flow comes or something. And she's like, just wiggle your toes, and then you want to feel a sense of being, like, hey, I'm here. You know what I mean? Because you're so worried about the environment, what other people are thinking. Wiggle your toes, take a deep breath, relax, and come back to yourself. I think that was super powerful. Because your brain is everywhere. Your brain's here, there. No, bring it back here. That's
why the ice bath is so good. Brings you like complete awareness of like, oh, I'm here, mother. Have you ever had a bad day? Like you've been having a genuinely stressful bad day, and you try to do an ice bath? it is like so hard because you realize that it takes energy to have these negative thoughts, and then you get in the ice bath and you're like, I can't think about this negative shit. I gotta survive, and it dissolves the negative thoughts. It's actually, I had an experience like last week when I was sick and I was just feeling awful mentally, and I wasn't like ill, like fever, but I just like mentally I was like, fuck man, why do I keep getting sick? I was just pissed, and I got in the ice bath and I remember thinking like, I can't think about these negative thoughts. Just started dissolving, and I was just like, okay, just breathe, and then I felt better afterwards. I was like, oh, this is powerful.
All the false things strip away.
Yeah.
And all you're left with is yourself.
Yes, exactly.
And to take that even a step deeper, like, what is presence, right? It's when your awareness is concentrated. So what you're saying, right? Like when your thoughts are everywhere scattered, there's no attention on yourself, right? So presence is just all your attention being here and not out there. And people feel that off you so energetically, like it's really uncanny, like it's night and day.
Another thing that I realized when I'm out in the venue, I do this. Everyone does this, but when you're nervous, you value scan. You know, like you look around, you're trying to see, like you're just constant. You'll see guys in the club, like they're not in their own body, they're not like present. And this happens to me, and they're just looking around,
Trying to find
value and scan. Where are the girls, where are the guys, where's this? You're not really present, and you're just thinking. And I notice whenever I do that, I'm like, okay, stop that right now. It's like it sub-communicates to everyone around you too.
You gotta just
start dancing. Just look down on yourself, look in front of you, say hi. Like, stop thinking who's the perfect person to approach right now. Just talk to the people around you.
The value is right here. You look down at your hand.
Yeah.
This is the value.
Yeah, and you notice girls are good at this shit.
Yeah.
I saw it last night. These two hot girls walked in, and the first thing they did, they didn't even think twice. They didn't even look up. They just like walked straight into the club, walked straight into the middle of the dance floor, looked at each other, and just started dancing. I was just like, they didn't give a fuck. They were like, we came here to have fun. And they went to the dance floor and danced.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, dude.
It's very beautiful.
I was like, wow, look at these fucking girls. Yeah, they're like,
what's not to love?
yeah, exactly, man. It's so fun. And that's
It's funny because it's different for women, right?
Deep talks.
It's